Holy shit. So this isn't the podcast. We know this is Geek News. We've done it once before. Just straight up, shit has happened, and we're trying to just get out of it. It's happened. It's finally happened. We've been complaining about this since the beginning of the podcast.
I have not been complaining.
I have. And it hasn't been officially released yet, but to get into it, the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer has leaked.
Possibly.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
I'm fully convinced. So we've been having lots of leaks, as you were implying there. One of those was a script and breakdown of what the trailer was that this person had saw, and it matches this trailer perfectly. And this trailer also has unfinished VFX scenes.
Yeah.
And that's what has really convinced me.
We had PlayStation 2 Spider-Man make an appearance in this movie, which I'm very glad they got him to come back to reprise his role.
Yeah, we are seeing moments not fully finished, and this looks like a file that's being transferred between VFX artists to get stuff up. Someone's losing their job, I'm sure. Feige is probably going insane. He's probably on the phone with Amy Pascal, screaming at her, wondering how this could have possibly happened. The trailer was scheduled to come out tomorrow. Not publicly, but at CinemaCon. So it could have just been a room full of executives viewing it. We assume that it was probably supposed to drop alongside of Shang-Chi. It probably still will. Or maybe they'll release it to the public tomorrow because of this leak. Who knows? So I've been very pessimistic on stuff with this movie.
I was just about to ask. We'd be like, you still think they're going to try to do too much?
I do. And
I don't. I think this movie's about to bang.
So first, what we know. We've known for a while, it's Peter and Strange for a lot of this movie. We get a lot of Strange in this trailer.
Yes.
I was very afraid that we were only going to get some of Strange because of how much other stuff is being added to this movie. We still see a lot of Strange. We know Alfred Molina's Doc Ock is in it.
I think Strange is definitely walking into the RDJ role.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be like a lot in a lot of the films.
Yeah.
Just because he's pretty, I'm not going to sit here and act like I read Doctor Strange comics, but he definitely, in my mind, when I think Stephen Strange, I see Cumberbatch, you know? I think he's going to walk into that, I'm going to be the face of the MCU now that this guy's gone. Also, I don't...
Apologies.
I continue. Let's keep going with this, and then I'll get into what I want to say later.
We know Alfred Molina's Doc Ock is in this movie. We see him in the trailer.
So hype. You know what I'm more hyped for? When I get an Alfred Molina Doc Ock in Marvel Future Fight, and I buy him day one, and he gives people the hands.
We also know that Jamie Foxx is appearing in this movie. We assume as Electro, all he said is that he's not going to be blue again.
Thank God.
And we see what looks to be yellow lightning bolts coming down. And I can't lie, that got me excited.
Am I wrong on the lantern bomb?
So, we'll get to that. That's not confirmed. This is the first we're seeing that's like official footage of it. So, everything I just stated, that's what we know.
Yeah.
Now for what this trailer has shown us.
Oh, the lantern bomb.
Pumpkin bomb. Yeah.
I hope it's Defoe, man.
I hope it's Defoe too. It's absolutely a pumpkin bomb comes through on that.
You know
shot.
what? The more I think about it, it's like I want Defoe because I just love Willem Dafoe. I'm down for it to not be Willem Dafoe.
It's clearly the exact same pumpkin bomb that we were seeing in the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie.
I just don't want it to be his son. That's all I want.
Aw, poor Harry.
James Franco?
Yeah.
If it's not James Franco, I'll be happy. I'll deal with Defoe, because I'm worried Defoe is... I think Defoe does really good when it's just him, but I don't know how well Defoe would work with a bunch of different antagonists.
To know that we're probably getting some version of the multiversal Sinister Six. It's just what we have.
Yeah.
We see what looks to be near the beginning. So, the beginning of the leak, this is like a trailer, shot through a phone. Yeah, it's absolutely a pump. We see... So, because it's phone to the phone, there's a moment where an official person is talking to Peter. It looks like it could be Charlie Cox. It's really, the footage is too shit to tell.
Charlie Cox is?
Daredevil. Matt Murdock.
There
okay.
is a Daredevil.
You said Charlie. I was like, that's not the name
That's
of the guy.
the name of the
Daredevil,
actor.
but that it would be.
Daredevil is in this trailer.
So
hopefully not.
This is it's an image on quality. The quality isn't good enough. His face is just distorted enough to where you can't tell. It looks like it very well could be.
Is it Charlie? Is Charlie Cox the guy from the show?
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
It looks like him. He's standing in a similar way.
Do we wanna? I'll play this. It's muted.
Yeah, go ahead and play it and get me to that point so I can. So You can take a look.
So does this mean we don't get it if we get the Defenders? Do we not get recasts? If it's the same guy, or is it? Do you think it's just because Daredevil is the most prominent of those shows?
I think it looks like it very well could be. He's again heavily rumored. We don't. So clarification: we do not see Toby or Andrew in this thing. The only Spider-Man we see in this trailer is Tom. That is it. Now
Question.
I don't know if you've seen.
Who are these two laying down?
I assume that's Zendaya and Tom Holland.
Yeah, I couldn't make it out.
Yes, sorry, I remember them.
Yeah, it looks like it's Zendaya and Tom Holland laying there talking.
Yep.
Or sorry, Peter and MJ. Because they then show them swinging like that's just the final moments of Far From Home.
Yeah.
It looks like it's reshot, or different angles from it. This right here,
The interrogation.
that right there, that looks like that looks like it's Matt Murdock from the show. But again, that quality is just too bad. You just can't make it out. Are those lenses really red, or is it just it being shot terribly? You can't tell. But it could be.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and say it's absolutely him, but it's close enough to where it could be. So I don't know. I want to bring up another leak real quick. There's another Far From Home leak that happened over the past few days.
Okay.
It's a toy leak from Target. You know those the really cheap Titan Hero series figures that are just like this tall and have like no articulation? We've had two of them leaked. One of them we knew was coming. It was the integrated suit, the one with the big gold spider. The other one, I can't say that we've never seen this suit before. We've just never seen it in the MCU.
But,
It is clearly Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man suit. Not just the toy, but the rendered image. It's a rendered image we've never seen before. Okay. As far as things, it could have been taken, if it was a fake, it could have been taken from a shot of the movie. I believe that he's done like a this pose before. But if that leak is to be believed, again, it just throws more fuel into the fire. Okay, clearly it's a multiverse movie.
yeah.
He
says that like 6 times.
Even if we don't get Tobey and Andrew, and I'm pretty convinced that we are in some form, it's clearly a multiverse movie. It just is. Strange, again, he says it multiple times. It's clear the multiverse is going. I love Wong. Tells him,
Don't do it.
Don't do that spell. Strange is just like, I won't do the spell.
Well, what we don't know is Wong walks out of that room, grabs his bag, and heads down to the fight rings that night.
Maybe he's coming back from the fight.
Yeah, maybe he is, bro.
Yeah, this trailer, it's what I would have released for a trailer. Giving enough hints to kind of tell you, you're right. Because, let's be honest, Tobey and Andrew being in this movie has been Hollywood's worst kept secret. But I'm spiteful enough that I would not show you in a trailer.
Yeah.
But to give enough to show, first of all, to show Doc Ock in the trailer.
What's his name?
Alfred Molina.
I love him.
Yeah. To show Otto in the trailer. To show the pumpkin bomb. The only thing that they didn't show anything of, that we haven't seen any shots of, is we've seen nothing from the Andrew Garfield universe.
That's Electro.
It isn't, though, because that Electro is blue. I don't think it's going to be the same Electro. I think we're going to get a variant Electro.
Okay.
So
then we also have nothing from Tom either.
Oh, nothing from... No, well, I mean, there's Strange and Tom Holland himself.
No, I mean villain-wise. So what? Sinister Six so far, we have what? Electro, Doc Ock, and possibly Green Goblin? Well, Green Goblin.
Oh, Green Goblin.
So what's the other... What are we going to get? Do you think we get Keaton back?
Yeah, I think we're getting
Keaton back, absolutely.
I think Scorpion is also coming.
Scorpion that I don't care about. The character that has literally done nothing.
It's just kind of like whatever. It's like Rhino in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's like whatever. He's just kind of there.
Yeah, he sucks.
Unless you want... who else would they bring in, though?
Well, I would think you need somebody... Well, I guess Keaton is Tom. And if the first 3 are all going to be... Well, there's 2 Toby.
Yeah.
And then whatever you want to say, the Electro, I think that just counts as Andrew Garfield. It's Jamie Foxx.
I think they're going to use that as their count for Andrew Garfield.
Is Sandman normally a part of the Sinister Six?
Yes. I don't know if they're getting... I don't think they're getting that actor for it. If they do, I'm down. I did actually like Sandman.
I don't think they're not going to triple down.
Yeah.
It could be the double, and he just be the other one. We get a different Green Goblin, but I don't think they'll triple down on Toby's movies.
Was he in this?
Who?
What was Sandman the guy in this trailer?
No, we only saw 3.
Okay, my bad.
We only saw one villain. We saw things from 2 others.
Okay.
Assuming that pumpkin bomb is actually from another character and it's not something that Doc Ock pulled out.
And then we assume he says Scorpion and then Vulture, so we're down one.
I do think Vulture is a good thing. Maybe we get Scorpion. Like, that's Matt Gargan.
Yeah.
I guess, like, we could have Scorpion. There's a lot of just shots that are so bad that you can't really tell.
That's him walking in.
If that's Tom and Strange.
But
Strange is great in this.
Who else do you think what else do you think they would do?
There's a possibility they might grab a variant Mysterio, or Mysterio fakes his death. That could be a thing.
Yeah.
They could make another grab from Andrew. We could get that Rhino. I don't want that Rhino.
I would want Lizard over.
I would want Lizard over Rhino. Again, maybe.
I still think Lizard would be. If we got Lizard, he'd be the best of all of them. I still think he's the best Spider-Man villain we've gotten so far. Very close with Keaton. Keaton was really good.
Keaton was very good. I think
actually, you know what? No, Keaton was better than Lizard, but I think people sleep on Lizard. Lizard was good.
I think Keaton is a given just because he's established here and it would give us a Tom thing. I think there's a possibility that we're just
get a whole new villain and just like somebody we just didn't know about.
We could. There were rumors of Kraven being in this movie. The only reason why I don't think that's happening is because we're getting that Kraven solo movie in Sony's universe.
Okay.
That's the same reason why I'm not going to bet on any symbiotes.
Okay.
And I'm not going to bet on Morbius.
I would love Morbius.
Because we're getting those movies from Sony. And again, like, this is just all theorizing.
We get Matt Murdock. Do we get Kingpin?
Probably not, but maybe.
That would be cool. Because there's going to be one that they're just going to throw at us that we had no idea was coming, right? So
Absolutely.
it's just going to be something wild.
Yeah. There were heavy rumors, before the Kraven movie was announced by Sony, there were heavy rumors of them doing a multiverse spin and Kraven the Hunter being a multiverse traveling hunter that hunts the different Spider-Men. I loved that idea.
Yeah.
The only reason why I don't think they're doing Kraven is because they're doing that Kraven movie. Yeah. It seems like a very plausible reason. Yeah, we see Doctor Strange trying to cast a spell that would erase Peter from the memories of everyone. This is very akin to things that have happened before.
I guess.
Peter takes an issue with this because it will erase his identity from everyone.
Yeah, Aunt May, MJ, everybody.
Is this Jimmy Woo?
Yeah.
No.
This one here?
Is that not just
Tom?
Peter Parker?
No, hold on.
One of the three is Wong.
Yeah, one of the three is Wong.
Oh,
Yeah.
then this is Wong.
He's got the cut.
It doesn't look like Strange.
It's definitely not Strange.
Yeah. So, and they're standing in the room together talking, whatever this might be. And so he's still standing.
That's Tom, bro.
Yeah, I think it's Tom. I just think
That's
it's a
Tom.
shitty Tom.
No,
I just think it's shitty quality.
That's
coming
Tom,
through.
and Wong walks away.
Okay.
Because
that's
why
just his
Yeah, because
conversation.
then Strange looks at him.
Cool.
Yeah, that's just his conversation with Strange. Yeah, I was resisting watching this trailer because of this reason. Like, it's all bad quality. But I had saw someone said, "Yo, Green Goblin," and I was just like,
You got to.
"Fuck, I will look at it. Fine." And I mean, that pumpkin bomb rolling, it's exactly what it is.
I do love it.
Even if this movie is bad, it's going to be one hell of a time to see all of these guys together.
Yeah.
So I guess my next question here is, how would you do it?
Do what?
What would be your cliff notes if Sony came to you when they decided this was going to be Spider-Man No Way Home and they said, how would you lay out this movie with the characters you pulled from the multiverse? Would you pull all the characters? When would you insert them? Like, give me like...
I just think you'd...
Not a full pitch, because we don't have time for that, but...
So you start off with one, whoever you want it to be, and then just slowly add the villains. We don't see Garfield or Toby till like the last 30 minutes.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and then we get the big team up at the end, and then you kill off Tom and Toby, and Andrew Garfield comes back as Spider-Man. And then I get fired. But no, I think it's gonna be that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I also don't want to do this movie, so I don't want to put.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing with it. Is I would have much rather have.
I wouldn't have if they would have offered me something like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Like, can we do this later? Like, can we just have like a third Tom Holland movie and then we can come back to this?
Yeah. But I guess we're just getting out the way.
Yeah. I would have done. I agree with you a lot of your things. Not bringing in Tom or Toby till the last 30 minutes. I would have that spell. I would have it flare up and it bring all these villains in, and then have like Doc Ock be or
the one thing
maybe Doc Ock or Green Goblin wrangle everyone together.
The one thing I don't want is any of the Spider-Men to fight each other.
I don't want that either.
Yeah, I don't need the you're Spider-Man, but I'm Spider-Man. Like
Yeah.
I want one thing. You give me the meme, and that's all I need.
Right?
You give me and that's it.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. The only thing I do know is I can't wait.
Okay, hold up. Multiverse movie, right?
Yep.
I don't know how they'd do it. What if they did something with the Spider-Verse movie?
This is what.
That would be cool as hell.
Yeah, I do kind of want that.
That might.
But
be
I don't know
that
who you'd
out
take
of-
from there.
That might be that out of the box thing that you're thinking of.
I know, but who do you do? Because you're
Maybe
going to already
it's
have
Nicolas
Goblin.
Cage.
They already
And he,
say no. I mean like a villain, like as one of the Sinister Six. Because you're not going to take any of the Spider-Man from that universe.
oh,
You're not going to take Miles.
what's Miles' uncle's name?
The Prowler.
Prowler.
But is that not already Donald Glover from the second
Yes,
from the first movie?
It is.
I was thinking about it, but like you would have to. It would feel really rushed, and I wouldn't like it.
That's the kind of the problem with this movie. With a lot of it is, it's one of those things to where like they weren't really on to doing this until after Far From Home.
Yeah.
Like
The only reason why this is going to work is because we're doing multiverse stuff.
yeah, like it
It's
just
the
so
only way that
happens.
makes it work, where you can just throw together
Yeah.
5 guys he's never fought before.
Yeah, and you can pull in Strange, who's having a multiverse movie
Yeah.
very soon.
So I think it'll just be. The thing makes most sense is just a random variant
Yeah.
of somebody.
If we're getting Matt Murdock, Kingpin.
I already
Yeah,
said
that's
that.
what you were saying.
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
that earlier, and
No,
it would be
I'm
cool.
agreeing.
I would want that, but
It would
I
be
don't-
cool, but again, it's just the thing to where like I feel like he's outclassed here in terms of power.
Or now, hear me out,
I'm
right?
listening.
We're getting Armor Wars show. Give me the Armor Wars Kingpin, the one with the big
Okay.
suit. I'm just trying to think of like what
Yeah.
are they gonna? Because are they really gonna bring in all these villains and then we do nothing with? Like obviously we're probably gonna let a lot of them go home, but is every single villain just gonna be gone? You know? Or are
Yeah.
we just gonna bring them in and use them? Or we like I don't expect us to keep Defoe and
Yeah,
Molina
like-
and all that, but like. One of them will have to stay around, right? Other than Keaton, because Keaton's from our universe, and I could see Keaton dying, like you know.
Yeah, like what about that? What about this Electro that's clearly going to be from somewhere else? Like he's representing an Andrew villain, but it's not that Electro.
So you think at the end of this movie, everybody in their certain universes are going home?
Maybe not going home, but just
Some of them is
we're
gotta-
not gonna. I don't think we're gonna see them.
Yeah, like I don't think we're getting Molina for another movie. I don't think we're getting Defoe for another movie if it's Defoe. Like, because we're not getting... Because I don't think we're getting Toby and Andrew for another movie.
Oh,
Unless they want to
you know
do
what I
a
just
big
thought of?
scale
What if they do
Spider-Verse.
the bad fake Green Goblin from Andrew's universe, and they just
hope
tease us with
not.
the fake with the pumpkin grenade from
I
the
was
first one?
thinking that. I didn't
Oh,
want to
I would
say
hate
it 'cause I
that.
didn't want to talk about it.
Oh, I stand by the first Amazing Spider-Man, but God, that second movie is so bad.
Yeah.
It does so much wrong.
Yeah, I'm down for bringing the lizard from the first
Oh
Amazing
God,
Spider-Man.
that honestly, if I had to make a pick of all the villains we have left,
I would love...
I would have taken
if-
him over Electro.
If to say, like, this multiverse thing happens that Strange does, and this is what pulls it in, and it pulls some of these villains from right before their death, say that's how, like, Molina's here, and say, like, they pull, instead of the lizard, he dies as Kurt Connors. Or does he go to jail? I forget
Goes
how
to
that movie-
jail.
He goes to jail. So say it pulls Kurt Connors, and I live for Doc Ock threatening Kurt Connors into taking that lizard serum again.
I know, but then you think about Doc Ock because if this is going to be that universe, then that movie. I don't want to say that movie's canon, but we know the backstory of that movie, and like he redeems himself at the end of that
he kind of
film.
like he gets that he's destroyed, but I think you can. It all depends on how we're going with the story of this, because I think you could story reason that into something.
I think they probably just take him in the middle of one of his rampages,
Yeah.
like off the subway. That's in
Yeah,
New York.
you could do it that way. You could just say that instead of him going full redemption, that he just realized that he was destroying New York. And you have villains that will walk that line to where, like, well, no, I want to be recognized. I don't want to destroy it. Okay. So, like, you could... It depends on how they're going to do it. That scene gets me.
A movie is
where
going to
he
be...
knocks Peter's astral form out of himself.
This movie's going to be good. Are we going to get to the theories?
What do you got?
What do I got? I think this was released on purpose.
Do you?
Oh, 100%.
Do you know?
I also don't think this will. If they drop a trailer tomorrow, this won't be the trailer.
Really?
Yes, that's my. Yeah.
Ooh.
I genuinely think that this is all just fake. So we literally to hear absolutely nothing, and then finally we might have got it tomorrow, and then it gets leaked the day before it comes out. Yeah, no, I think this is.
We've had It's not nothing until now. We've had the stuff that happens in this trailer. That ending line of Molina saying, "Hey, Peter." We've known that for weeks now. There's been a rumor going around that has this exact stuff in it.
Forever and always, if anything ever leaks, it's because they wanted it to leak. Yeah. I always stand by that. I don't care where you're at, if it's sports, media, whatever it is. If they wanted something to leak, they leaked it because they wanted you to see it. And that's what I think is what's going on here.
It's still up.
Yeah.
It's up in other places. This one you're at here is up. The original source of it's down.
Yeah, but I think this is meant to come out. That's my personal opinion.
I know Twitter has cracked down on it. Last I checked, the Reddit thread and Marvel Studios subreddit was still up, and Reddit usually squashes leaks quick.
I think this was supposed to come out. I think this was all planned.
The only reason why I don't fully agree with that is because the VFX isn't done.
I think they're trying to sell it. I genuinely do. I think just because this movie is weird. Just because we haven't heard anything in so long.
And again, this is kind of the perfect trailer. Like, you're showing your deck, but you're not showing everything.
This is exactly what we thought we'd get. I think I think if they do drop a trailer tomorrow, it won't be this. But I could 100% could be wrong. But it's just, you ever just get a feeling? I just got a feeling in my bones.
Yeah, I've been feeling people saying I think this was supposed to be leaked. I'm not completely against that. Again, we know a trailer is coming soon. Again, not just from CinemaCon, obviously. Every time a Marvel movie is about to come out, you feel like it's about time. Yeah. The Sony Pictures YouTube channel just created the playlist for Spider-Man No Way Home. It has one video in it now. That's the title reveal that they did. With them walking in and then it goes in on the whiteboard. We have that. The fact that they would create the playlist means that press is starting, that they're going to be throwing stuff out. At the very least, I hope that we get some promotional stuff out. Can I have a poster, please? I just want a poster.
I wish they would I wish they'd use my idea.
Genuinely, they might.
I would say I thought that was what I stand by it. I think that was a really cool idea.
It was a cool idea, and looking at this trailer, if this is the trailer, stuff because that's in line with the stuff of not showing Goblin but showing his pumpkin.
Yeah.
It's completely in line with that. We might just straight up get a poster of the classic yellow background and seeing the reflection through it. I think they would still end up doing Tom Holland's suit, but that that clearly Spider-Man one shot.
Yeah,
with that. So that very well might happen looking at it. It's just the fact that it leaked is what and even if it was intentional, the fact that that's how it happened, it still gets me. And it is suspect. I'm not going to say you're not like it isn't.
I think it's supposed to come out.
But I am extremely excited, even if it's just this trailer, to get a finished HD version of it.
Yeah, maybe.
I want to know if that's Matt Murdock. I'm okay if it isn't. I want to know if it is. And if we get an HD version,
that might be just too much. The Matt Murdock thing.
I think it's fine. If he's just Matt...
I'm not sold on the Matt Murdock thing. I don't think it's going to happen. But that's just...
I think if it's just Matt Murdock, I don't need him to suit up as Daredevil.
No, I'm not saying... I don't even think it's going to be Matt Murdock. I think it'll just be a random dude.
Do you think they'll boner us and it'll still be Charlie Cox?
Yeah, honestly, that's my perfect reality. Because I want all of them to be recast. I keep going back and forth on this. Recast all of them. Because I don't want the chance for us to link anything from any of the shows to that. I just don't want any of it.
Yeah, and it's weird, because I wouldn't mind linking the Daredevil show, but you can't just link the Daredevil show, and that's the problem.
Yeah, let's just let's restart, reduce, reuse, recycle. I'm tired of it.
You're saying don't reuse, though.
Well, recycle it into something new. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Wouldn't that be the case if we just used the same actor? Because we would be...
I'm reusing the character Daredevil.
Okay. I'm still kind of in shock over it, because it's been a few days for other stuff, but we'll be talking about that on the podcast this Saturday. So shameless plug.
I think with what they've been seeming to try to do is the Nexus beings. So like Stephen Strange, Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff, and Loki. They are going to be 3 very prominent characters in Phase 5.
They
and
could
going.
be. We're in Phase 4 right now.
Phase
they could
4.
be.
Bench start cut or start bench cut. Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man.
What's happening?
Start bench cut. You start a movie, you bench a movie, you cut a movie. Basically, it's 1, 2, 3, the best. It's just it's a sports thing.
Oh,
but you just take 3 things and you rank them the best after that.
So
and then you get rid
it's
of one.
fuck, marry, kill.
Basically, yeah, but it's just start bench cut.
What movies?
Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man.
Eternals, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man.
So you're starting the Eternals or you're cutting the Eternals?
I'm starting the Eternals.
That's not where I thought he was going to go with it.
I would start Spider-Man, Ben Shang-Chi, and what's the last one?
The Eternals. You're cutting the Eternals.
Cut.
I'm starting Shang-Chi. I'm benching Spider-Man. I'm cutting the Eternals.
Yeah.
I really like the Eternals, but I think just off of me seeing Melina, it's going to...
Yeah, like...
the hype is going to surpass it no matter what. If I'm going off what I think is going to be the best movie, I think it's going to be Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah. My hype level is the way
but the hype has surpassed it at this point.
Yeah.
It could be a mid-movie, and it's still going to...
That's my point.
I don't want to say it's going to get the Black Panther thing, where some people, part of some people, think the movie just is not mid, but it's okay. And a lot of people think it's fantastic.
Oh, I call it the Spider-Man 2 treatment.
I was going to say, I think Black Panther's mid, but a lot of people think it's great.
So is Spider-Man 2.
And yeah, it gets a lot of hype, but it's really not that great.
Yeah, that's what, like, again, we love the Eternals. I know you love the Eternals. I like the Eternals.
love the Eternals. I just like
cool with them.
If we get the Eternals, the ultimate goal is for us to keep getting these weird ass out there teams. It gets me closer to the Ultimates. If the closer I get, the happier I'll be. That's all I need. They can either give me Red Hulk, and I'll never complain again, and you've won me for life. I'll watch all your movies, or you give me the Ultimates. That's all I need. Those two.
Watch. So you hear that? You give him Red Hulk, and he will.
Beta Ray Bill is there too. If I get Beta Ray Bill,
okay.
I will. You get half.
Listen,
I'll watch Black Widow again.
Who
That's
do
what
you
get
want
from me.
cast as Beta Ray Bill?
I have no idea.
It could literally be
anyone. I would say anybody, really.
Yeah. Listen, all he's saying is that you give him that, and he'll sit through your 30-episode biopic on Black Widow and Captain Marvel.
I'll do it. Like,
just saying.
I'll watch 30 episodes of Never mind. Let me stop.
It was going to be Captain Marvel and Hawkeye. Then you went for Black Widow again. It's like, no, it's got to be Black Widow and Captain Marvel.
But the Hawkeye one would have been worse.
Well,
I would watch the Black Widow one and Captain Marvel before Captain Marvel and Hawkeye.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Probably not. I probably wouldn't watch it.
All right. We got anything else to say about this trailer?
No, I don't think I have anything to say. I genuinely, I don't want to say I don't care, but I can't wait. Let me get something official. I still think it's going to be different.
I will. Obviously, like that one.
Willem Dafoe will be in the trailer tomorrow. That'll be my.
Do you think that's the change?
Willem Dafoe will be in the trailer tomorrow.
Is the Doc Ock scenes are all going to be taken out and replaced with?
No, I think it'll be Melina will stay and Willem Dafoe will be there at one point. We'll see Dafoe. I think they'll put because I think this might be the trailer. It'll be a different trailer, but I think this
is unfinished.
There's going to be I think there'll be more put in. I think we'll see more.
Okay. I think at the end of the trailer, like because he says, "Hey Peter," right?
Yeah. What's the time on the trailer?
It's like what was it? 2
minutes, 56 seconds.
2:56.
Okay, I'm saying like the leak that I was talking about. It said the trailer was 2:55, so I wanted to see if it matched up. And
at the same time, you say it's 2:55, and about 3 or 4 of these scenes went forward, cut back, and went forward again.
It also doesn't wait till the title card finishes. It doesn't wait. It doesn't wait till the title card finishes. At the very end, where it's showing the title card.
You know how badass I think this movie's gonna be? Imagine at the end of this trailer, right? We get a quick little thing. Keaton walks up, sits down, picks up the phone at the jail, and Dafoe sits down.
That's
to
what
talk
I
to him.
was.
That would be the
So-
shit.
That
Okay.
would be the shit, dog. I would be so happy. I've talked myself into it.
I also think at the end of this movie, so obviously, like you were saying, we're going to get the villains that are going to go back to their universe.
Yeah.
I think at the end of this movie, they're going to tease one of their variants in this universe. Like we're
That
going
would
to
be cool.
Like we're going to see that like Oscorp was the company that bought the building in the first one, or we're going to see something about Otto Octavius's work. Like we're going to get a full on like, and you're getting this character.
I
here.
think Oscorp needs to get brought in.
The only reason why I see them maybe not doing Oscorp is because
Kang. Enterprises.
no,
Okay.
it's because of them being shaky with where Spider-Man is. There's a big possibility in this movie that Tom flips universes. I don't want that. I like him in the MCU, but there's a possibility.
I think we're finally going to get Parker Industries.
Oh my gosh!
That could happen.
If Tom flips universes, they can just use like completely different person and make it easy on themselves.
What do you
Yeah, but then
mean?
we don't get Spider-Man in the MCU anymore.
But you can have
You
yeah.
get Man Spider.
That counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why I think they haven't done Oscorp, or they haven't done anything to set up Oscorp, is because ever since Far From Home, there's been a very distinct possibility that this is our last MCU Spider-Man anything.
I say yeah, because they've been heavy in every movie. Tom being techie. That's why I just think we're finally going to get Parker Industries at some point, especially with Stark being dead.
Yeah.
Then you can avoid that like the kind of I don't want to say animosity that they have, but like Stark then instead of seeing Parker as like his dude, sees him as a rival, or like a business rival type of deal.
Yeah.
So we don't have to like deal with that in the MCU. We can just get Parker Industries being Parker
Yeah.
Industries.
Like I said, we're just going to have to wait and see on some of it. I would love to see an Oscorp reveal at the end, or even in the middle of the movie, some sort of like Oscorp exists in this universe, because Oscorp unlocks a lot more than just the Osborns.
It does a lot.
It's just, exists in this world for a whole bunch of things. So, but that's just what, I think they're definitely going to play something up. Even if he flips universes, they're going to hint at something, because that'll be Sony's future. I think if he flips universes, he's probably going to be in the same universe as Venom and Morbius and all these other things Sony is doing. Again,
Imagine how much that would throw him the fuck off, just to as a character and as a person, just
Yeah.
to be like, what the fuck is this thing? And he just sees Venom in front of him.
yeah. There's also rumors that Tom Hardy will be in this movie. If he is, I want him to be a throwaway cameo. I want like him to stumble through the portal, be like, "Where the hell is this place?" and then stumble through another one. Like we love Tom Hardy's
Yeah.
Venom. I want to see him in this movie.
I don't want him in the MCU. Stay. Have fun.
Yep, have fun.
Do your thing.
Fight Carnage. That movie's been pushed back, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It never had a release date, so it's fine.
Imagine not having a release date.
Imagine not having a release date, being pushed back, and having 2 trailers. Whereas
That is funny as hell,
your other
actually.
big movie coming out in 4 months has a leaked trailer. Just imagine that. So yeah, I think that's all we have on this.
Is it?
Do you have more?
No.
Because I don't have more.
I don't think I have any more.
Do we think? Just one question: do we think this movie is going to be good?
No.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I think, first of all, again, good or enjoyment. Well, we're going to enjoy this.
The movie's going to be good. Marvel's not going to make any more bad movies.
But Marvel isn't... How much is Marvel making this movie? Like,
Yeah, it can't
Marvel
be like,
is making
it can't
a
be
good
another
movie.
Hulk, you know?
They're not going to make any more bad movies. They're not going to do everything they've done with this film and let it be bad. We're getting a good movie.
I am worried. We're going to enjoy this movie, though. I absolutely think we're going to enjoy this movie. It's going to be hard not to. It doesn't matter how bad any of the stuff is. To see all 3 of them is going to be exciting. To see Sinister Six on screen is going to be exciting.
The movie will not be bad. Some of the acting, I'm not putting that on the movie. I'll put that on the actor.
I think that's part of the movie.
It is.
A movie is the sum of all its parts. Like,
People
can't-
defend the Star Wars prequels and say just because Anakin's bad doesn't make the movie
oh
bad.
yeah, guess who doesn't like the Star Wars prequels?
Well, most people.
I don't.
I don't want to say you can blame the actor because you can't, because the director chose them, right? And if the director
Wow.
did
Did they? If you're going into a project where it's a multiverse movie and you have to use the other Spider-Men that have already been cast and put in their film, did you really get to choose who you're...
Do you think that those.
And different projects are different things. There's studio involvement. They can force someone in, and
Yeah.
if the director doesn't like it, they can leave. See Justice League.
Okay.
And
You know
Suicide
what-
Squad.
You know what's wild?
What?
We got Starro in Suicide Squad,
Right.
but they cut out all of Cyborg from Justice League. We were fine with a Starfish, but the the Black Cyborg was not allowed to have any lines. What is going on? I
Yeah.
can't stand WB.
Yeah, I think, like, listen,
That's why we make good movies.
if everything else in the movie is good, but the acting is bad, that does affect the movie. When the movie comes out, we can go in depth.
No,
and
I
we can
just think
talk about-
Toby might be bad. I genuinely don't think Toby Maguire is that great of an actor, and I think he will be the only one that's bad.
Tobey Maguire's a fantastic actor. Just
Okay.
Spider-Man.
What else
sucked.
was he done since Spider-Man?
Not since Spider-Man. He was on Broadway. Oh my God, he's
Say,
fucking
there's
amazing.
like one non-Spider-Man movie that Tobey Maguire is in that I like him in.
He was in Angels in America on Broadway for years. Holy fuck, he's insane. He's awesome. I loved it. But
I mean, like, the
these
most-
guys
Broadway
don't.
acting and movie acting, I think, are completely
It might
different.
be. I don't know for sure. I
I, find
know
Broadway
that
acting
one of the
corny.
most memorable things from his trilogy is his terrible facial expressions. So, however you want to shake it.
Yeah. Yeah,
His
well,
scream is
you don't
so
have to worry about facial expressions from how far away. So fair
Yeah.
enough. Cool.
Yeah, that's what it is. Tune in. We got good stuff coming. Podcast every week.
Yes, sir!
I'm ready.
All right, people.
That's what we got. Spider-Man trailer's out. If you search Spider-Man trailer No Way Home link, you could probably find it. I'm not linking to it. God forbid. Do not come after me, Marvel. Feige, please. I spend so much money on your shit.
Kevin, I got him.